All right, so we just did some licks using the natural minor scale. Now remember that for every minor scale, there's a major scale that has the same notes. So we're going to do some ideas now using the E major scale. But first, I'm going to show you 5 E major scale patterns that will allow you to play anywhere on the neck. Okay, we're going to start off on the note E, 7th fret of the A string. The notes are going to be E, followed by F sharp on the 2nd fret of the D string, followed by G sharp on the 6th fret of the D string, followed by A, which is going to be on the 7th fret of the D string. So far we've done this. I'm going to play 2 notes on the G string. On the 4th fret and the 6th fret, the notes will be B and C sharp. Now to the B string, 4th fret is D sharp. And now I'm up to the root note E again. So far we've done this. So continuing in this position, I can play on the 7th fret of the B string, which will be F sharp. 4th fret of the E, that's G sharp. 5th fret of the E string, that's going to be A. And 7th fret of the E string, that will be the note B. So far all these notes in this E major scale pattern are these. Okay, got a little ahead of myself. We're going to descend now below the 7th fret on the A string. On the 7th fret is the note E. We can continue downwards. This will be D sharp, C sharp, followed by the low E string. We can play the notes B, A, which will be on the 5th fret, and on the 4th fret we get G sharp. And now I can come back up and I land on the root note E. So here's the whole scale. Okay, so like I said, we're going to learn 5 patterns. That's 1. The rest of these patterns will have the exact same notes, but we're going to play those notes in different places on the fretboard that will allow us to play anywhere in this key on the guitar. So here's what the next pattern will look like. Okay, so I'm starting off, the root note is on the 7th fret of the A string to the 9th fret on the A. Now I'm going to go to the D string and I'm going to play 6, 7, 9, G string, 6, 8, 9. Shift positions here. On the B string I'm going to play 7, 9, 10, and then 7, 9 on the high E, and back down. I can continue downwards on the 6th fret of the A, E string, 9 to 7, and then work my way back up, land on the root note E. Okay, 2 down, 3 to go. Next pattern is going to look like this. Okay, so we're going to start on the root note E, 12th fret of the E string, and then we're going to play 9, 11, 12 on the A, 9, 11 on the D, 8, 9, 11 on G, 9, 10, 12 on the B, 9, 11, 12 on the high E. Come back down. Continue downwards, 11 to 9 on the E, and work my way back up, 11 on the E, land on the root note. One more time, the whole scale sounds like this. 3 down, 2 more to go. Next scale pattern looks like this. Okay, so I'm starting on the root note E, 12th fret of the low E string, 14th fret, same string. On the A string, I'm going to play 11, 12, 14. D string, 11, 13, 14. G string, 11, 13, 14. B string, 12, 14. E string, 11, 12, 14. Come back down. And we can go down to the 11th fret, which will be the note D sharp on the low E string, and then come back and land on E. So here's the scale one more time. Okay, 4 down, 1 more to go. This one is going to start off also on the 12th fret of the low E string, but this will be a 3-note per string scale pattern. It will look like this. Okay, so on the low E string, I'm going to play 12, 14, 16. A string, 12, 14, 16. D string, 13, 14, 16. Same thing on the G string, 13, 14, 16. B string, 14, 16, 17. E string, 14, 16, 17. So every set of 2 strings has the same finger shape. One more time. 1, 2, 3, and... All right, so there's 5 patterns of the E major scale. Now, if you've been listening to all this theory we've been talking about, for every major scale, there is a relative minor scale. So the relative minor scale starts 3 frets below the major scale. So by learning E major, you're also learning C sharp minor, because if you take 3 frets below the note E, you get the note C sharp. Okay, so just keep that in mind as you learn these scales. For every major scale, there's a relative minor scale. That can make learning scales a little easier for you.